think, so that you are more aware of your thought processes. And in the part 3, Daniel, he talks about overconfidence. Okay, now we'll talk about overconfidence because he talks about how we take decisions, you know, uh, without basing our decision on the facts. Okay, now he talks about overconfidence, where he delves into the concept of overconfidence, where tendency of people to have excessive confidence in their judgment and belief. Now, he explores the various manifestations of overconfidence, its causes, its consequences. Okay. Now, so the key ideas of the part 3, what he talks about overconfidence, first is the illusion of understanding. So Kahneman begins discussing the illusion of understanding, where individuals believe they understand the complex system and concepts better than they actually do. Okay, and this confidence in their understanding can lead to poorer decision making and unrealistic optimism. Okay, so that's it. That's why he talks about it's an illusion. Next is the illusion of validity. He talks about that. He says that um, the illusion of validity, which is the tendency to overestimate the accuracy of one's judgment, especially when making predictions. So Kahneman highlights the role of the inside view, where people focus on specific details and ignore a relevant base information. Okay, so that means you are not taking a holistic view. You just focus on one aspect, and that's I have seen that in my case as well. For example, I'm kind of, you can also gaze yourself. When you like about something, for example, recently I'm just looking around for doing some viewing. If I like a house, okay, i I ignore the negative aspects completely, so my decision is biased. That means only the positive things I look at, and okay, I'll go for it, and I do not evaluate the negative. And that's what I've seen, not only myself but other people as well take the decision. Because if you have already made a decision in your mind, kind of based on certain aspects, you completely ignore. Okay, and you do not recognize those negative aspects. So hindsight view, it talks about hindsight bias. That means inclination to believe after an event has occurred that one would have predicted it all along. In the financial one, in the investment world, if you invest in stocks and shares, most of the time you'll see that people have that kind of hindsight view. Okay, they say, okay, this is how it should have played as well. I always knew about it. This is well, when you look at the graph, okay, if you are an investor or you are a trader, if you look at the graph, going back how it performed, you can logically make sense, and you can logically explain to yourself and others that okay, this is how, why this the graph went this the way it went. However, it can never ever, I have never seen someone correctly predicting, saying that okay, this is how it will happen. Okay, in a long run, in an investment world, it may play out that way. Eventually, good stocks, a good sector you invest in, it will go up. But in next 1 hour, next one day, how it will perform, I may not be able to um, gauge it properly. Well, unless, let's say, today is a budget and there is some kind of a budget announcement happen, and that is in favor from my industry where I want looking to invest. That's a different story altogether. But but in a stock trading world, probably you may not be able to predict unless there is a substantial evidence for it. Now, predictive failure. This part delves into the difficulties of accurately predicting future outcomes, particularly in complex domains like finance, geopolitics, and even making decisions or predictions, even in stocks and shares and investment. We discussed planning fallacy. So planning fallacy, the tendency to underestimate the time, cost, and risk of future actions while overestimating the benefits. Okay. So Kahneman discusses the causes of this fallacy and its implication for project planning and decision making. Now, inside view versus outside view. So Kahneman introduces the concept of the inside view, that means focusing on specific details and case specific information, and the outside view, so relying on the general statistics and historical data. He argues that people often rely too heavily on the inside view, leading to overconfidence. Okay. And suggest using outside view for more accurate predictions. Overconfidence in business and finance, we discussed about it. We discussed about the lower overconfidence even for CEOs as well, and investors often exhibit high level of confidence in their decision even when those decisions are not supported by evidence. And the last thing he talks about is the outcome of overconfidence. He explores the negative consequences of overconfidence, such as financial losses, missed opportunity, and failure to learn from your past mistakes. So Kahneman emphasizes the importance of recognizing and addressing overconfidence in decision making. All right. So hopefully it made sense to you guys. Amazing book, but it will open your mind about how we think, how others think, and decision making, so that you can take your decisions